in the world. Thank you guys so much for always blessing us. And y'all don't get to see the chat, but the chat loves y'all too. Yeah, people be doing mad awkward stuff. Like, I'm in the shower listening to the last show. It got interesting. Thank you guys. Welcome back to Hello, My Name Is. If you're just getting here, you missed Simba, which was an incredible performance and an even more dope interview that we got to have. Shout out to him and all the incredible fathers in the world. My name is Amber Grimes, and I am so excited to be sitting here. Hello? I'm like, I just when I see you guys, I want to sing party song. Like, if you're a black girl, So first of all, y'all did a little switcheroo on me, right? Because when I met these girls upstairs, we were at Haroon Coffee, so I play around the space in here. Y'all were sitting opposite,
yes.
And I was like, okay, they look just alike, first of all. So I gotta remember the one in the white shirt, and then y'all just
switch.
Y'all didn't sit how I told y'all to sit.
We apologize.
So please, will you guys introduce yourself to everybody live on Twitch so they know who you are?
I'm Shar.
I'm Lainey. And we're the founders of Black on the Block.
Yes. Well, Shar, I have to tell you,
What's up?
you know I do everybody's Instagram before I come here.
Really?
And one, I love your bio.
Oh, thank you.
It's not easy to make a good bio.
It's not. It's not. I was a big Game of Thrones fan, so that's where that inspiration came from.
But when I saw Shar House of Mander,
because people love to call me Charmander, it's like I'm like synonymous with Charmander, and that's been like a thing since I was like in kindergarten.
this is a Pokemon.
Yes, this is a Pokemon.
Right? Okay.
If you come into my room, there's a lot of little Charmander things around.
That's so cute.
So,
I'm glad that I get to be my true self today because I'm like, I get to speak about the Lion King. I get to talk about my little Pokemon Go obsession. This is a good show. And you also said you said you're the first of your name.
Yes.
So explain.
Well, that was also a Game of Thrones reference, but yeah, I am the first Char. I guess. Well, my grandmother's name was Charmaine, so that's where my name stems from. So yeah, that's the story behind that.
And see, Lainey, I got into your bio, but you was just like, I do this.
Yeah, she's very
and I do it well, is what it said, right?
It's exactly what it says. Yes.
I love that. Thank you. So can you guys, shed a little light to our audience out here on your upbringing. One, I just love that you guys have found entrepreneurship together. I have who's the oldest?
I'm the oldest.
Okay.
I like to make people guess, but she's the oldest.
I could have guessed because you're a little taller, and that's how me and my sister are.
And she's more mature than I am. I'm a little bit immature.
It's like typical like baby sister, older sister dynamic.
So a lot of people think that she's older, but I'm older by like a year and a half. Yeah. So we're still really close in age.
I love that though. My sister's older than me, and we chose very different career paths. And for you guys to come together, one, you guys have I told you upstairs, you have a bunch of businesses.
Yes.
So we'll get into all that. Listen, the chat is open. If you need some entrepreneurship advice, don't miss this opportunity right now. Get going. I will ask these questions. But first, I do have to talk about Howard.
Yes, I did go to Howard. Yes, I did.
In LA, it's a lot.
Somebody in here.
I know somebody's in here.
I know there's some Howard people in the chat too. There's always Howard people.
They're always everywhere.
How did you find yourself in LA? And then I'm gonna get to you.
Well, I came here for a birthday party, and I never left.
I've love
been
that
here ever since. Yes, I had no plan or really anything. I was just like, you know what? I just want to be in LA, and I just stayed.
And you left school?
Yes, I did. I had 1 semester left, actually. I had 3 months left of school. Sorry, Mom. Okay. She was very upset about that. But yeah, I was like, I went to school to be a surgeon. I was like, you know what? I'm probably not going to do that. So I was like, I really don't need to finish school, even though I only have 3 months left. I'm just going to stay in LA and just figure it out from here. And thankfully, my mom was very supportive of that. Although she was upset, she was supportive. And she ended up moving here like 5 months after I moved here. So we're all here, whole family.
Now, listen, I'm never supporting people. I don't tell people to drop out of college, but I'm saying that you are looking at 3 college dropouts, and we're doing okay.
Well, she graduated.
Okay.
It's
okay.
Look,
y'all come sit over here. And then, So wait, no. Tell me about your journey then. I could beat you for your mom about those 3 months too.
Right.
Because I
And
was.
she still asked me, like, are you going to go back? I'm like, look at what we're doing.
It's dead. Okay.
Who do I need to do that for?
But tell me about your journey then, because again, you guys still both found yourselves being entrepreneurs. So
Yes.
I hope that the message is that regardless of how you get there, you can get there.
For sure. For me, I actually started as a YouTuber. Didn't tell my whole family for 2 years. I'm like very private person, but I also was like broadcasting my videos out to millions of people. But I didn't tell my family, and I was always interested in like journalism and talking to people and like hearing their stories. So I always thought that like YouTube was the way to do it. So I would just kind of vlog my life, like growing up. It's really cool to look back now and see like me as a baby, because I started when I was like 16, just to see like how much I've grown up. But that's how I started. And then I went to GW in DC. So we were both in DC together. She was at Howard. I would go to all the Howard parties, because the GW parties were not it. Sorry. And I got a degree in journalism there. I'm not really using it, but I got it. And
Y'all mom is going to beat y'all after the show for reminding her about the
She's
shit you put
definitely
her
screen recording this whole interview.
like my degree is collecting dust right now, but I definitely like learned a lot that I've carried into our business endeavors. So it was worth it, and the experience was worth it. But yeah, I moved to LA. I'm a year behind her, so I moved to LA right after, literally the day I graduated. Was like crying my eyes out because I was just so nervous. I didn't have a job lined up. I didn't have anything like planned. I was just like, my sister's there, my mom's there. I'm just gonna go there. And it took me like 3 months to find a job. You know, I worked a little in my job for like 2 years, and then I was like, I'm done with this. I can't keep doing the same thing every single day. So that's when I actually decided to launch my clothing line, and it's a loungewear brand. Because one thing about me, I just love to be comfortable. Like that's like
You get into the right
vibe.
place,
Yes.
okay?
I was like, this is perfect. Like all I want is to be cozy at all times. I don't care what the occasion is. I'm like, I'm gonna figure it out. Right. So yeah, that's how I started. And then I actually like participated in a pop-up one time last year. And I realized I was like the only Black-owned business there. So I came home to Shar and I was like, we need to start like a pop-up with Black-owned businesses, because I was the only one there. I was like, where are my people at? And that's how Black on the Block was born. We were like, we're gonna do it on Juneteenth, and it's gonna be lit, and it's gonna be a block party. It's not gonna be your average like flea market. It's gonna be like lit. There's gonna be bars and just like fun stuff to do, and that's really how it started.
When she came and told you, did you think she was crazy, or you
No,
were
I
like,
was
I'm
like,
down?
let's do it. But that just stems from like how we grew up, because like anything that we wanted to do, my parents were like, yeah, just do it. Like it was never any limitations. It was always just like, oh, whatever you want to do, even if it's like for a day. I mean, you don't want to do it anymore, you could try it. Like, so that's like how we grew up. And so whenever Lainey told me about the idea, I was like, yeah, let's just do it.
So, somehow the theme of this show has now become great parenting, and I love that. I love that for us. I don't even know if that's our demo, but if you're out there,
If you're out there, it
like,
exists.
It matters.
that is very, very important for your parents to believe in you, and like that belief in you, like it's almost like them taking risk with you. Like, okay, I'm gonna let you go out there and bump your head, or we live in LA, so if that job don't work out, I guess.
Right. It's scary hours when you quit.
How important was that with you guys just being fearless? That's how I think about you guys when I'm listening to you talk and hear your story, that like you really were just like, we gonna try this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I hope it works out.
I remember like the exact moment I was gonna quit my job, and I was so nervous, and my mom was like, just quit. And I was like, well, if my mom says I can quit my job, I'm gonna quit. Like if
Yeah,
she
because
believes
one thing about Lady, she really likes stability.
Stability
And she
is,
likes
like,
to know, like, versus me, I'm very, like, go with the wind.
Spontaneous.
Yeah, like, I'll decide I want to do something today or do something tomorrow. Her, she's, like, very, like, she needs a plan. She needs a
Yeah.
whatever. So the fact that she was able to just, like, quit her job.
That was a big step for
Yeah,
me,
that was
for
a
sure.
really
I'm
big
like,
step
wait,
for
so
her.
now we have to do this. I'm like, are you an Aquarius?
No, I'm a Leo. I'm a
It's true Leo.
Not the hair.
I'm a Leo.
So you're Leo and
I'm a Taurus.
Taurus. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So
I don't
that
have no
was-
qualms with y'all. It's the
okay.
Virgo men for me, but we'll
Oh,
get into.
we could get. I was gonna say we could get into.
We could
it.
get
We
into
wanna
that.
Yeah,
Like,
we can argue if y'all want to. So wait, you won your loungewear company. You didn't tell us a name, so you gotta make sure that everybody can go buy.
Yeah.
And then tell us what's so special about it, because it's not just any
Not your average
loungewear.
Yeah, so my brand's called Cozier. The Instagram is @shopcozier. And for me, I really just wanted to make sure it's not like your basic average loungewear. I really wanted to add like special little touches to it. So I'm actually like big on graphic design. I've always been into graphic design since I was in like middle school. So I really just try to put my artistic eye into the loungewear so that it's like cool prints on the sweatpants, and like I try to put cool graphics, cool text on it, really just to make it different. I started off the brand actually hand painting the sweatpants and like bleaching them and doing all this kind of cool stuff. And then it just wasn't really sustainable because I was getting a lot of orders, but it was just me. So I was like, I got to move into the cut and sew, which is easier because you can still do your own prints.
Did you teach yourself all of this?
So I personally do not sew anything. Okay. Shar knows how to sew. My mom knows how to sew. I'm gonna learn. I'm making it a point to learn this year because it's really a good skill to have.
A little bit.
I do know like how the basics, but I'm just things don't be straight at all. But no, I have a manufacturer, also Black owned. Shout out to Dom. Yeah, she does all my stuff. But yeah, I just get my stuff printed and cut and sewn and just design how I want it. And I really just try to add cool little like small things just to make it different and to know like, oh, you would know that's a Cozy A piece when you see it.
And there's a sister brand.
Oh yeah,
the complete opposite.
Literally.
I love how y'all's businesses really show y'all's personality
Yes,
too. So go ahead and lay it on
does.
us.
So my brand is called Upstreet Kid. It's more of a lingerie, sensual. It's not cozy. It's not cozy. You have to have a lot of confidence, I think, when wearing my pieces. I do cut and sew myself, and I make my own patterns. I did teach myself, and I also learned from my mom, and I learned from my mentor, Rashida. Shout out to her. She taught me how to sew as well. And yeah, I just design my own pieces, use the manufacturer, Dom, and yeah, what did we start? Because we kind of started our brands about the same time.
2020.
Like, it was like pandemic. We were
You
like,
started both y'all's brands in 2020?
yes.
Wow.
And now we're all like,
It's not easy.
pandemic. I was like, we gotta make some shake. I was like, because I was working on sets before, so I was just, I was styling and doing costume designs for sets. And I was like, well, we can't work on set anymore because they shut down everything. So what are we gonna do now? And we started our clothing brands, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good for us. It worked out.
I'm waiting for some questions in the chat, but all I'm getting is, so beautiful.
Thanks, guys.
So talented. Beautiful inside and out. Should have finished those 3 months.
Why? Don't call me out.
Somebody said that, I think the jewels on your teeth,
Oh,
they
yeah,
said
you can
remind
see
them of the
them?
girl from
Wow.
Juice.
I got them at the market.
This
Pull up.
Amazon Music, this shot in 4K.
They're butterflies.
You guys have a partnership coming up with Black on the Block. That is a crazy tongue twister, by the way. I
Yes.
practiced that before.
I know, it's so funny hearing people say it. They be like, Black the Block.
Yeah.
But like, there's so many different variations.
People are convinced it's called Black the Block, and we're like, yeah.
Go
That's
off
what it
sis.
is.
You guys have a partnership coming up with Afropunk. That's amazing,
Yes.
first of all.
Very exciting.
I love how y'all keep everything Black owned. and
Yes.
Tell us about that, and what do people do? How can they come? What's the experience? What's happening?
Yeah, so for specifically with Afropunk, their first festival is going to be in Miami in May. So they asked us to curate their market. They have like a market that they do at each festival, and we're just kind of curating it to take it to the next level. So it's going to be like a Black on the Block with Afropunk vibes mixed together. So yeah, that one, the tickets are available now. You can just get them on the Afropunk website, and you can come say hi to us because we'll be there.
We will
if
be
you're
there in Miami.
But aside from that, like Black on the Block, we do every month in LA. So if you can't come to Miami, you can pull up to the full experience. But we do it down at Wisdom in the Arts District, and it's a beautiful time, and you don't want to miss it for sure. It's over 100 Black-owned businesses once a month. We like to call it a festival because it really is festival vibes. Like, we shut the street down. We have a whole venue. There's drinks. There's great DJs. Like, it's a very immersive, fun experience for everybody. So come through. Next one's next Sunday.
Congratulations.
Thank
Y'all better
you.
not say anything if somebody from the chat really pull up on you.
You said
Because
pull
there's
up on
there's a whole bunch of y'all so beautiful.
I did say that.
it.
Okay, so now the scholars have entered the chat.
Oh, Lord.
Um,
What
Are they roasting her?
Don't roast me, guys.
Okay, I think this is Christian with a V.
Oh.
Oh my God, this is my boyfriend.
You're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to
Like, just kidding.
I
I don't know him.
What is the ultimate vision for Black on the Block?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Tell your friend, don't be coming here tripping y'all up.
Basically, we just want to make this worldwide, nationwide. We want to tour it. We want to just make it not even just a festival. We want to have different pillars, a production company, maybe even a metaverse, like something like that. Like we just want to make it.
Yes, let's go to the metaverse.
Yeah, right. Like we
Would
don't
be
want to
cute.
limit ourselves. We really want Black on the Block to really just be like an umbrella of a lot of different things. And we're just starting with the festival.
Yeah, we do get a lot of requests to bring it to different cities, so that's a big goal this year. And also just to have a huge Juneteenth. Juneteenth is our anniversary, so we're really trying to go big for that one too. Yeah. But we have a lot planned for sure.
I have another question from the real unknown.
I don't know them.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's not my voice.
Look, are really unknown.
Now I don't believe you guys. How did you, let's get real specific on how you started your brand and what inspires you. And I say let's get real specific because I think Simba made a great point when he was here. He's like, sometimes when people give advice, they go, just do it.
Sugarcoat
You-
Yeah.
you got
Like the
this. You guys
specifics.
started your brands during a pandemic. How did you actually start your brands and what keeps you guys going?
Yeah, for me, I really was like I was doing everything by hand, and I really didn't even plan on starting a brand. Like I was just customizing my own loungewear. That's how I started, and it's just because I had nothing else to do. Like after work, I was like, we're locked in the house. Like what do we do? So I've always been interested in art. So I just started customizing my own loungewear because I love to be comfortable. And I posted it on my Instagram, and everybody was like, oh, you got to sell this. And I was like, I did not plan to do any of that, but that's really how it started. It was like actually the belief in me from my friends and from my followers. That's really what pushed me to do it. And then you just have to stay consistent with it. I'm really big on branding. Like I just think that the way that you present your brand is everything, especially in the digital age. Like that's all people really see. So you just have to be very thoughtful with your branding and like take your time with it. So I'm just really big on that. I don't try to rush collections if it's not ready or if it's not the quality that I want it to be. Like I've really just taken my time with this brand because it's just started so organically, and I think that's really what made it like successful. Was it just it's organic and it's light and it's fun and it's something that I like enjoy doing, and you can see it through the pieces.
And I am the opposite.
Here we go with your
Here we
shenanigans.
go with mine. Mine started because during the beginning of the pandemic, I kind of gave myself a challenge. And the challenge was every day I was going to make a new outfit out of fabric scraps that I had in my closet because all the fabric stores were closed. So it was like more of like a personal challenge. And I was like, every day I was dropping different outfits, like crazy outfits. And people were like, oh, you should just drop a clothing line. And I was like, yeah, I should just drop a clothing line. And that's kind of how I work to this day. Like Lainey said, like most people usually like think of a collection, they like perfect it, and and then they release it to the world. They have like the branding, they have the photo shoots, blah, blah. Me, I will design something this morning and literally take a picture of it in it and be like, on the website, buy it now. Like it's no planning whatsoever with me. So like we have a cut and sew office now in downtown. So I literally will just go in there and be like, oh, I feel like making a coat today, and I'll just make the coat and be like, you know what, this would be cool to sell, and I will literally just take a picture of it and throw it on the website.
You have like a 12-hour turnaround.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you've ever planned anything in advance.
No.
It's just
No,
drop.
that's not part of my part of my.
Which is
Very
dope.
self-aware, and we love that.
It works and it's dope.
So that is a way. If you are like me, that is a way that it could work like that. You don't have to. It's probably better to plan it, but you don't have to do that, and then you can still be successful with it.
If we didn't learn anything else from you today, you take the unconventional
Yes,
route.
I'm very unconventional.
We can talk
And she
about them
pushes me
3
to do that
months.
too, because I
Right.
can definitely be very like straight edge, and she'll just be like, "Do this," and I'll be like, "All right, like yeah, push me to do that."
We have another performer in the building, so I have to ask you guys gonna stay and
We're gonna
and
chill
dance
out,
with me?
yeah.
Because when I be over here alone, it gets weird. And like
we
when
gonna
I'm
keep you
alone dancing music, I
company.
be offbeat. I realize that now. Like every time I look at the show, I'm like, God damn it. So like, so you guys can help me out today.
Yes.
But before we switch over to another, it's about to be a lot of Black Girl Magic going on.
I love it.
You guys have an event coming up March 27th.
Yes.
Let the people know where they can find you.
Yep. So you can find all the information about Black on the Block on our Instagram. It's Black X the Block. Same. We have a website too, blackxtheblock.com. Black on the Block was taken on Instagram, so that's why it's that. But that's where all the information, all the flyers, everything, the next upcoming markets, all of it is on our Instagram.
March 27th from 1 to 8 p.m. at Wisdom in downtown LA.
Yeah. See you there.
Pull up. They
you
said
there.
they want y'all to pull up. I love reading these comments. People question like if this show is live. I don't know why. It's very,
Super
very
live.
Extremely live.
So Ava Guerra, who just got here and said, "What is happening?" What's happening is we just went through a incredible interview with two lovely sisters and the owners of Black on the Block. You missed a performance from Simba that was quite incredible, but you're just in time for the affirmation queen who's about to come and join us. But first, she's gonna sing and rap for us some incredible songs. I am so excited for this performance. Y'all gonna stay with me, right?
Oh, yes.
Are y'all gonna stay with me?
I'm not going to miss this.
And I saw a lot of excitement for this young lady I need